Hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Mowers. Good morning. We just had a major snow event go by, but all we got was just rain. So nothing super exciting. Everybody's cleaning up north of us, and apparently they got like a foot of snow or something. Anyhow, as you guys know, I recently repaired 3 Aaron snowblowers, and which the last one was Quinn, the mailman's snowblower. Anyway, he came and picked it up yesterday with the stepdad. There really wasn't anything wrong with it, not too much at least, but it's ready to go now. This, as you know, worked great, and this is my neighbor Dawn's, Aaron's Deluxe 24. This is ready to go too, but they haven't picked it up yet. As you know from my Honda HS520, I'm waiting for the belt to install on this, and as you know from my previous episode, I'd fix this up. Clean the carb real quick, and is that all we did? I think that might be all we did. Today, the victim will be my last and final snowblower that I have in inventory that is not fixed. This is your typical 5 horsepower Craftsman 21-inch single stage snowblower with the paddles. What's wrong with this is, the obvious thing that's wrong with it is that it's missing the pull rope. The pull rope and handle is missing from the recoil starter. Also, we did try the electric start in here, and the Bendix gear does not go up and down. It's stuck on the shaft, which is a common problem when you let it sit for a while. Rust builds up on the shaft, on the starter, and then when you engage the motor, the Bendix gear does not move upwards or downwards to grab the teeth of the flywheel to turn the engine. So today what we're gonna do is, we don't know anything about this unless we try to start it. Of course, you can't start it with the electric start, and you can't pull start it. So we got to fix those things first before we can see if we can start this, right? So unfortunately, this is pretty complicated to do. I've had about 2 dozen of these things in my life, and it's screws all around to remove the bottom black panel here, and the middle panel here, and the top panel there. So you really have to take apart the whole darn thing just to get access to the carburetor and all that stuff on the bottom. Even if you put it on service position, as you can see, this black panel here is blocking everything. So you got to remove all this stuff before you can even get to the starter, which we need to do, as well as get to the engine compartment where the recoil starter engine cowling is covering the engine, and usually can't move that unless you remove the gas tank too. So it's a lot of disassembly for this, and so we're going to probably do this in two-part video. One will be fixing the recoil starter. The next episode will be fixing the starter, and then the third episode will be whatever we do to get the carburetor working. After we fix that, we could see if it tries to start. If not, we'll have to take the carburetor apart too, you know what I mean? This is a 2-stroke, which means it's an oil and gas mix, and from what I remember, there's no gas in it. It's bone dry, yeah, which is good, I guess. So let's get to taking all these screws out and try to get this panel moved to the side and remove the bottom panel. See if 3/8 fits. It does. range. It's a 5/16 for the middle one. Still doesn't move. All right. Looks like we got one over here. Here's the wheel. There we go. So it was, look at that, 8 clips there, 1, 2 there, 3 in the back. I mean, just a ton, you know. Here's your Tecumseh carburetor. The choke lever. Here's your governor. Seems okay. Oil, fuel drain from the bowl. There's your fuel filter attached to the gas tank. Very small gas tank, and actually it looks like you don't need to move the gas tank because there's plenty of space to remove the recoil starter. Because this is a Tecumseh, right? You can actually get some 1/4-inch socket and remove this. 2, 3. Feel 3, and remove this recoil starter without taking the engine cowling off, which is great. So I'm going to try to weasel my way into here and get those 3 bolts out to remove the recoil starter, because that's the main issue. Where's that starter, man? Trace the starter switch. Holy cow, it's all the way in the back. So if we wanted to address the starter, man, we'd have to go in through the top, which means we'd have to take this cover off too. That'd be a pain. So I had about enough of this. Remove that very difficultly. Remove the other one very difficultly. But there's one right there on the very bottom. I do not have 1/4-inch wrenches. 6 millimeters is the smallest I have, and that's too small. You can't get this in there. You can get a 1/4-inch socket on there, but then there's no room to put a wrench ratchet in there. So even with an extension, you got no room to turn this. So I've been at this for a while just to get that one little 1/4-inch nut off. It's crazy. Screw. So I'm just going to remove the cowling because it's just impossible to get down there, you know, without the right wrench, which really sucks. I'm just going to go around here and remove the entire cowling. I think I have access to the starter then too. I went and looked at my other stash of tools and I found a 1/4-inch wrench. This part was busted, so I couldn't use the round one. Painstakingly, quarter turn, finally got it loose. It's a pain. Anyway, so here's a recoil starter. As you can see, it's fine. It just needs a rope. Matter of fact, I can sort of see the rope. Right there. See it? Let's see if I could stuff this rope through the hole and see how long it is. That's what she said. There we go. Let's see how long it is. Just pretty long. I think maybe I just get a handle for it and we'll be all right, you know? So look, proper way to do it is just pull it all the way out. The end, right there. Take the rope out. Because the tension of the recoil is not strong. But I think the rope is long enough, okay? So what we're going to do is, it's now not under tension now. We're just going to recoil it with our hands until it can't go anymore. See how much more it can pull? I'm turning it quite a bit until you can't turn it anymore, until you're going to bust the spring. Just about. Okay, right there. It won't go anymore without busting anything. You have to try to find the hole. There's the hole to where that knot goes. And the opening is over here. So you got to let it go a little bit, just to about there, right? Gonna have to take the end of this and burn it so it's easier to get in the hole. Or you could try to remove this nut right there, this knot. For the time being, I'm going to stick a thing here to hold it so it doesn't recoil back. There. Just going to hold it like that. I'm going to take this knot out, or cut it. I'm not going to bother with this knot. I think the rope is long enough. I'm just going to cut the knot off. Clean cut. I'm going to clean this frayed one by just cutting it. So now it's nice and clean. Hold on to this. Take this out. Stick this through this hole. Try to match it with this hole. Ooh, look. See that? Boom. Don't move. Got it. Sit that back in there to hold it. Make a knot. Recoil starters are very easy to fix as long as you've done it a few times before. Practice, you know what I mean? Doesn't have to be super tight because the pulling action of the recoil will eventually make this knot nice and tight. So there we go. You following? Now the knot is nice and tight here. Move this. Let go slowly and it'll recoil this string in. See? With the most tension that you could make. Now don't let it suck all the way in because this end is going to go all the way in, right? So I'm holding it here. I have a spare handle. You can buy these handles very cheap on eBay. Really cheap. It's no frills, you know what I mean? Stick it through the hole. Make another knot. You want to make sure this knot is pretty decent size because you're pulling it pretty hard. That's not going to go in there, so that knot will do. And there we go. We have a recoil starter. However, I just put this on without stuffing the string through this hole first, because the handle has to be on that side of this panel, remember? So I'm going to have to undo that knot again. Crap. It's a good thing I didn't pull it all too tight. You got to use your noggin. I wasn't thinking. Let's take this knot out. There we go. Okay. Take the knot out. Take the thing back out again. Let's see if I can do this right now. Through the hole here. There we go. Right? Now stick it through here. And now make a knot. And then put the recoil starter back onto the engine again, which was a pain to take off. It'll be just as much of a pain putting it back on again. So that's how you fix a recoil starter. Pretty easy, actually. Just the access to it sucked. You know what I mean? So here we go. Now we got a handle through the hole. Just have to fix this recoil starter back on again, which sucks. I'm gonna get to it when I'm finished. I'll show you what I got. Okay, I dropped one of those screws down there somewhere. I couldn't find it, so I had to go and look for a screw. So it's on here now, as you can see. I'm gonna spray some ether in here to the carburetor. Put it on choke. Now start. Hey, there you go.
Henry, next time on blowers and...
See, you just screwed that all up. I take two.
Henry, see you guys next time on mowers and blowers. Great job.
Hey, if you guys enjoyed the video, remember to give me a like. Also, comment below. Subscribe. Remember, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It's free, right? Also, hit that little bell. That way you'll get post notifications whenever there's a new video and you won't miss out on any of them. Remember to follow my Instagram and Facebook, as well as if you'd like to donate $1 or $2, paypal.me/mowersandblowers. Really appreciate all the support. Also, to keep the videos coming every day, support the channel. Bye.